Okay, let's talk about the tier 2 gearing path. If you guys are already item level 385, you will be able to decide between, as always, PvP gear, Guardian Raid tier 3 gear, life skill gear, and Chaos Dungeon gear. Those will all start with 400 item level, and as you know, Guardian Raid gear will progress a little bit different, similar to tier 1 and tier 2 Guardian Raid gear. So I won't go in depth about how those gear will progress because, as mentioned, it is pretty similar to what they did already in the previous tier. The gear suggestion which I'm gonna make is a really good one. There might be like a lot better one there, but it's still a good one which I'm gonna do now. But keep in mind, this gear path which I'm gonna suggest now is not a full Guardian Raid gear, like 5 set Guardian Raid gear. The benefit of having a 5 set Guardian Raid bonus is that you will do a lot more damage on Guardian Raids. If you had to struggle in tier 1 and tier 2 Guardian Raids because you mixed up your sets, you wanted to progress faster, the reason why you couldn't deal enough damage or you wiped is not only because your guild teammates were bad, it might be also because you didn't do enough damage. This set is only for people, the suggestion which I'm gonna make is only for people who didn't have difficulties to clear tier 1, tier 2 with mixed set in the previous tiers. So, if you struggled, I would recommend you to go for full Guardian Raid gear, even if it's a little bit slower. Once again, slow and fast depends on how much Acrasium will be invested in your gear. The less Acrasium you need to invest to reach certain item level thresholds, the faster you're gonna progress. So, going full 5 set Guardian Raid will gate you not only Acrasium wise, but also material wise. That's why you will be slower. But pick that path. Once again, this is really important if you struggled on tier 1 and tier 2 raids already. If you go mixed like this, you will struggle also on the tier 3 and tier 4 if you are not good enough or don't have enough experience or skills. So now to the path, which is definitely one of the fastest paths to reach the item level which is required to unlock the tier 4 Guardian Raids. You have to have, similar to the last pattern, you have to have at least weapon PvP or life skill weapon. In this case, I'm going for PvP weapon. Life skill works too, and you pick 2 instead of 1. Last time it was only 1 armor piece needed, which you need to push. This time you need to push 2 armor pieces. I have here my head and my shoulders, which are also, wait, not head and shoulders, head and chest, which are PvP. You can also go for life skill. PvP, life skill, like weapon, head and chest. You can have 1 PvP weapon and 2 life skill parts, or 3 life skill. It doesn't matter, but it has to be PvP or life skill. Once again, I have all 3 PvP, which is also possible because I'm gonna do a lot of PvP. You have to max out your weapon first. That's what I'm currently doing. I have 460, I polished it already 3 times. After that, I'm gonna max out my chest because it gives the highest amount of stats after the weapon, damage wise. And then I'm gonna have to polish my third part 3 times. Once I have polished it 3 times, it will be 460, and the total item level will be enough to unlock tier 4 Guardian Raids. Once you unlock the tier 4 Guardian Raids, you should kill the first Guardian, and you will be able to craft the gear from the parts of the first Guardian, the actual tier 2 gear. And once you craft it, you should replace first the 3 items which you didn't polish at all, because the part which you craft from the tier 4 Guardian Raids will be higher item level. And then you should start to replace your head and the chest once you have polished those new pieces, head and chest pieces, above the item level which the old one has. This is important. Again, it's important to have, once you reach the tier 4, it is important to replace the PvP or life skill parts at the end with great gear, because great gear will give you a higher chance to succeed on weekly raids. This is why you should consider to swap out even if you have polished your PvP or life skill gear to get to the tier 4. Replace those at the end with higher item level guardian raid gear. So that is the gear suggestion, and if you have any question, you can ask in the chat or later in the YouTube comments once I upload it.